Hi, I'm Jay Escobar, escobarj.com. This video is how to be more positive every day, part 3. And if you haven't seen my first 2 videos on this topic, I will go ahead and post them down in the description below. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and post the link right there. So go ahead and click there. You can watch the last video I did. The last video I talked about meditating, praying, and declarations. And in the first video, I talked about feeling it to heal it. Feel it to heal it. And today, what we're going to talk about in this third part of this video is exercise and nutrition. And the reason why exercise and nutrition is important in feeling more positive is because, first off, when you exercise, you're releasing endorphins in your blood and your brain. I tried to say blood and brain at the same time, brain. And nutrition is also very important in that also because what you put into your body is what you get out of it. And literally. So it's kind of like putting gasoline in your car. If you put premium gas in your car, your car is going to be more efficient than if you put unleaded, right? And I wrote a quick quote for you on this topic. And it says, "You are what you eat repeatedly. The food you put into your body is the profit you will get out of your body. If you eat junk, you will look and feel like junk. If you eat natural, whole, and healthy foods, you will get more gains and you'll be able to push harder physically and mentally when things get tough in the gym. I recommend Keto, Carnivore, Whole30, Paleo, Vegan, Vegetarian, and Intermittent Fasting regimens for rapid weight loss and muscle gain. Also, increase the level of intensity you bring to the gym. If you want rapid weight loss results, increase your output. I recommend high-intensity interval training. If you want to gain muscle and stay lean, meaning if you've already lost weight, lost the fat, and you're, 5, 10, 15% body fat, and you want to put more muscle on, then I recommend heavy weightlifting 4 to 5 times a week and doing high-intensity interval training 1 to 2 days a week while utilizing the carnivore diet, Whole30 diet, or paleo diet, and intermittent fasting. And when I say Whole30 and paleo, those can include some simple carbs, but you want to keep the carbs and sugar very, very low on any of these diets, on any of these regimens. And you want to be using intermittent fasting. And you want to work out in a fasted state. So that being said, I want to share my quick story with you because I think it'll put things in a proper perspective. Because I was like everybody else. I would go to the gym. Actually, back in 2013, my buddies and I, we'd work out every single day. And at the time, I didn't really know about proper nutrition. I just kind of ate whatever I pleased, right? And I had this one friend in particular who he's always been shredded. He's always been super chiseled. He weighs about 135 pounds and would always just like super jacked. I mean, you could see all of his muscles. He had a huge chest, even though he didn't weigh that much. He was about 5'6", 5'7". But I was different. I would do the exact same workouts he would do. We would go to the gym together. We'd work out the same. We'd pretty much lift the same weight and do the same intensity. We'd both be sweating. We'd both be, exerting the same amount of energy. Yet I still had a gut. And I still wasn't chiseled. And I still looked very, very average. And I didn't necessarily like it. Although I didn't consider myself like fat or overweight by any means, because we were getting up at 6 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. We would be at the gym by 6. We'd be lifting for an hour, 2 hours. And they were intense workouts. I'd be sore. My muscles would be very, very sore. And at the time, I mean, I weighed around 190 pounds and I'm 5'9" and 3/4. So 5'10". And I definitely, the weird thing about it is I definitely felt improvement in my cognitive functions, in my confidence, in my self-esteem. So the mental things of exercising, the mental benefits of exercising were there for me, but I didn't ever look fit or like muscular, or chiseled like my buddy did. And I was always a little jealous of that. But you could say I looked thick or big boned or stocky. And I know a lot of you can relate to this because I went through the exact same thing where like you get really discouraged when you work out like that and you're busting your ass in the gym, but you feel like you're not seeing the results you want. And the reason is because working out is only 20 to 30% of the equation. If you want to get lean, fit, and muscular looking, you do it in the kitchen. And you'll never, ever, ever get a six pack if you're consistently eating chips, pizza, candy, etc., or anything else, or, complex carbohydrates. It just doesn't work. And I thought that you could. I was eating fast food whenever I wanted. I was eating In-N-Out. I was eating Del Taco. I was eating Cafe Rio. I was eating, and things that I thought were relatively healthy, like sandwiches. I'd go to like Subway. I thought I would get like something healthy, like a Subway sandwich, like, lean meat and things. But the problem is that I just wasn't educated in what healthy and what good nutrients actually are. And so eventually it got to the point to where I just got discouraged and I stopped going to the gym as much because I was like, man, I'm working out so hard. I'm exercising like every single day. I've been doing this for 6 months, a year, and I'm just like not seeing the results that I want. I'm not chiseled like my buddies are. I mean, they look more lean than me. They look more chiseled. They can, for example, they could do more pull-ups than I can. I've always been terrible at pull-ups. And because of that, a few years down the road after that point, I got married, I got complacent, and I ended up weighing 235 pounds in 2018 just because I was discouraged. I started eating whatever I wanted still and not really exercising as much. And I noticed that I just looked and felt like trash and garbage all the time. And it was terrible. I hated it. It was an awful experience, and I don't recommend it to anybody, but most people live their lives that way. And when I was living that way, I noticed that I didn't have much motivation to do anything, really. Well, then one day, my wife and I decided that we were done feeling and being unhealthy. We were tired of it. We both felt like just lazy and complacent and just like we weren't going in the direction we wanted. And during this time, mind you, I was really interested in nutrition and like learning about how to eat properly and good foods, but I was only learning about it and just educating myself. I wasn't actually doing it. So I was doing some good by educating myself. That's like the first step, but I wasn't actually taking action and utilizing the things that I was learning and implementing them in my life. So I had learned about the keto diet. I was constantly learning more about good eating habits, but I didn't have the motivation to do mainly the exercise. I was willing to do more of the eating side, like eating better, but I had some hangups about exercise because like, man, I tried exercising for many years in my life. I had done the Insanity program way back in like 2012, and I had lost maybe like 20, 30 pounds, but like I still didn't look the way that I wanted to look, even though I did it, because I wasn't eating the right things. But again, once we started adopting the keto diet and we really started taking it seriously, we started eating out less, we started cooking more and eating the proper ingredients and nutrients. And the first thing that I noticed is that we both started feeling better. We both started like cognitively, we both started feeling better. We both started feeling a little bit more motivation. Although I still didn't want to exercise much because I just had some negative outlook on it, I guess. So at that point, we had seen a little bit of results. I mean, I had lost maybe like 10 pounds just eating good. And you can definitely lose weight just by utilizing the keto diet, for example, if you don't exercise, or if you just like very, very low intensity, like you're going on walks or, things like that. You can definitely lose weight, but it's just going to take longer. And we still didn't feel quite where we wanted to be. So one day, my wife found the Insanity program that I had purchased years and years back. And she started doing the program. And I admit, I I watched her for 2 weeks before I decided to jump in. I watched her sweat on the floor. I watched how hard it was. I even made fun of her a few times. I was like, "Oh, you're doing that. You know, that looks like terrible. Like, look how much pain you're going through." And she was so sore the first week. I gave her grief for it. I would like, you know, grab her leg muscles and, you know, grab her legs and grab her arms and just provoke her while she was sore. And she hated it, but she stuck with it. And after 2 weeks, I was like, all right, you're showing me up right now. I got to step my crap up. And so I jumped in as well. And I noticed before I jumped in, I noticed she was happier. She had lost a little bit of weight. I could tell she was seeing some results because we were both eating well that time. And then she started doing this, and I saw that she was like feeling even better. She was starting to be more positive, and she felt and looked great. And so I was like, okay, I'll jump in with you. So I started doing the insanity with her, and I have to admit, the first week was hell. It was awful. I hated every minute of it. It was terrible. It was hard. It was like probably the most challenging week ever. I was sore. And that's the thing when you haven't worked out for a long time and then all of a sudden you go to doing high intensity interval training, like in the insanity program, your body is so sore that first week. It's like those workouts are so hard. But since that point, we never looked back. And we both right now are in the best shape of our lives. And we stuck with the insanity program, and we've done it every single day since that point. And it's been about a year and a half now. And in that first 8 months, I lost 75 pounds. I went from 235 pounds down to 160 pounds. And I remember thinking to myself, man, I wish I knew about good nutrition, and I wish I had taken my nutrition seriously back in the day when I had done all that weightlifting and was with my buddies, because I would have saved myself so much time and energy and laziness and feeling bad. And the reason that I lost that weight and looked so much more athletic was because, again, I was now eating the proper nutrients and putting the proper foods into my body, and turning my body into a hyper fat burning machine, aka ketosis. And that is why I'm teaching this to you, because I look, I feel, and I am so much better and feel so much better now than I ever have in my entire life. And that process has actually trickled down into every other area of my life, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, sexually, financially. It's helped me in every single way. Helps you dig deep. And that is the next step into feeling more positive every day, is to exercise. You get those endorphins running through your body. It makes you feel good. There's a quote that says something to the effect, I can't remember who said it, but it says something to the effect of, food is the most abused drug. Fasting is the most underused cure. And exercise is the most underutilized antidepressant, something to that effect. And it's so true, because when you exercise, you'll notice you feel better. You don't feel so depressed, and you feel much more positive. And that's why I'm teaching this to you, because I'm in the best shape of my life. My wife is in the best shape of her life. And again, you can get the same results. It just takes putting in the right things in your body. It takes increasing the intensity in your workouts, consistency, and time, and not giving up, being relentless about it. And that's it. So go out there and get the best body of your life. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you'd like coaching, if you need help with your exercise regimen, if you need help with your nutrition, you'd like to come up with a personalized nutrition plan for you specifically, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me on my website, escobarj.com. Also, you can shoot me an email detailing your situation, or if you have a success story, send me your success story also. At the very least, if you'd like to make a donation, you can donate on my website as well. Throw me $1, $5, $10, $100, whatever you feel is worth the value of the information in this video or my other videos. And at the very least, do me a favor and share this information with anybody you can on any social media platform available. And that is my purpose, is to help as many people as I possibly can achieve their goals and achieve self-actualization, to be the best possible versions of themselves. And oftentimes that can start with exercise and nutrition and getting the best shape of your life. And it'll trickle down. It'll affect every other area of your life. So I hope you're always learning, always growing, and always pushing forward. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.